It was this personal training that Huzur alayhi salatu wassalam gave to Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq. The foundation of Islam has to be very, very strong. After Hazrat Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam, all responsibility is on Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala. That is why the companions have mentioned that whenever a mufti sahabi would have no answer, the last resort was to turn to Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq. He would stay quiet and see what ijtihad the companions are doing, and would just listen to them. And then at the end he would give his mashwara, and this is what would happen. If you remember at the time when Abu sallallahu alayhi wasallam passed away, there was ikhtilaf that where Huzur alayhi salatu wasalam should be buried. All the companions were there. Some of them said that in Makkah al-Mukarramah, some of them said that in Sham, Baytul Quds, where all the prophets are resting. Some of them said no, in Jannatul Baqi, where 10,000 companions are, where Hazrat Sahaba Kiram Ajma'een are resting, Badr, Uhud companions. And at that time, at the time of ikhtilaf, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala and gave his fatwa, and he says, no, sami'tu, I heard from Hazrat Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam that where the ruh is taken out, that is the place where Allah has chosen for that Nabi to rest. So this was the knowledge that Allah gave him. And every dream Huzur alayhi salatu wassalam would see, it would first be related to Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq, and Huzur alayhi salatu wassalam would say to him, Ya Abu Bakr, O Abu Bakr, what is your opinion? And Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq would give a meaning, an interpretation to that dream. He said that once on the eve of the battle of Uhud, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam saw a dream that Abu sallallahu alayhi wasallam is standing in an open area where he's got his personal animals, cows that were there. After a bit he noticed that some of the cows that belonged to Hazrat Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam got slaughtered. And in his dream he noticed that someone dented the sword that Huzur alayhi salatu wassalam was carrying. And the sword of Sahaba Kiram Ajma'een was something very, very heavy. Hazrat Zubair bin Awam was a powerful man, very mujahid of character. And it is said that in jihad once, a kafir that had come, he was all covered with iron and armor, everything from top to bottom. And the only thing that was visible was the eye section. And to get to him was a task. The Zubair bin Awam, the hands were massive, very strong man. And this man came in front of the Zubair bin Awam. The Zubair bin Awam was an expert with the sword, and with his sword he pierced it straight where that opening was. But the metal, the iron was so strong that the thickness of the sword could not get through. Hazrat Zubair bin Awam got very angry, and he says, La ilaha illallah, something that is makhluk, metal is stronger than the power that Allah has given me. And he forcefully pushed it in, and he actually ripped apart that entire top section of the armor. And when Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq, obviously that person died, when Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq looked at the head section of the armor, Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq said to Zubair bin Awam, Zubair, if you don't mind, can I keep this as a souvenir? Can I keep this as a souvenir? Sahaba Kiram Ajma'een mein koi kam taqat thi bhai? We think that, oh, they would eat one khajur, but that one khajur, subhanallah, that is why Hazrat Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, half a khajur that my sahabi gives in the path of Allah, and you give money equivalent to Jabal Uhud, the mountain of Uhud, you cannot compare that which a sahabi gives. It is said that the daughter of Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq was married to Hazrat Zubair radiallahu ta'ala, and he was again very strong. So the daughter came to the father and she complained, "Oh father, Zubair makes me work very hard. He expects everything from me. I do the cleaning up, the kitchen work, the cooking, this, that, everything. He expects me to look after his animals, the horse that he sits on, the camels, because he was a mujahid. So every day I am there looking after the Zubair. I'm tired. I think I need some khadima, someone to look after. If you can." Now, Amirul Mu'mineen Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq is Khalifa at that time. मैं और आप हो, if our daughters come to us to complain, leave him. Your father is still alive. Your father is still alive. Leave him. Especially if he was a Khalifa. Leave him. This is what the nasihat, the parents do. The son-in-law does any garbari, leave him. And because here the government looks after all the ladies, and a house is given to them straight away, single parent ladies, and so they have a lot of muscles, and they feel that they are independent. And one of the signs of Qiyamah is that Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has said, women will want to take part in the business affair of the husband. And we see that today. This is something that was inconceivable in the time of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. But today we see it. Subhanallah al-Azim. So Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq's daughter came, and Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq, what a beautiful father he was. He said to the daughter, "Come close to me, my child." And said to the daughter, "Sabr, fa sabrun jameel." Subhanallah. What a nasihat. That do sabr in this dunya, and Allah will reward you. Why? Because Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq knew that Zubair bin Awam, no matter what his character was, he was from Ashra Mubashshara. He was a very close Sahabi to Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And to take side with the daughter and to turn a blind eye to the lofty status that Hazrat Zubair radiallahu ta'ala an had was not right. And Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq said to the daughter, "No, go back," in that manner. And she went away. These were also the daughters. Today, وَقَسُرَتِ الطَّلَاقِ, Huzur alayhi salam said, sign of Qiyamah is that wherever you go you will hear divorce, talaq, 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 talaq. The reason for that is that shaitan is there. And this is what shaitan wants. There is no understanding. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq. In the time of Sahaba Kiram Ajma'een, it was their sunnah. Whenever they heard that there is a lady divorced, and straight away, they had wives, but straight away they would go and do khitab, that it is better for a lady, she might indulge in sin, we need to cover this Muslimah straight away, and all the companions would marry. Their culture and society and their thinking was very different to us. We have been affected by Hinduism. Our women are prepared to accept the fact that my husband has got a mistress where he works, but she is not prepared to think of it in this way that, if he was to marry someone who is divorced or a widow, it would be very difficult. But in the time of Sahaba Kiram Ajma'een, that was not the case. So this is not my topic, but I'm just saying, here we see the daughter of Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq is married to Hazrat Zubair bin Awam. And inshallah we will talk on this later on. And he says, do sabr. And she does sabr. And he was a mujahid. It is said that once with his sword, someone came in front of him, a disbeliever, and I forget which battle it was, but he